Hello everyone. It's Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations coming to you live from my stamp studio. Thank you if you're here with us on Thursday, August the 22nd at 3 p.m. Central. And thank you also if you're watching the replay. So you may be either on Facebook on my Ink and Inspirations with Lisa Brown business page or on my YouTube channel. So thank you for being here and come on in and relax and get settled. And we're going to get started here in just a minute. I see I have a couple of people watching. If you will, say hello and let us know where you're watching from. Always love to see that. We are working with some more of the patterned paper, the designer series paper that's on sale this month with Stampin' Up! And just kind of a continuation of showing you how you can use our beautiful paper to make some great cards. And I titled this particular live Quick Quack. I just thought I could throw in an alliteration there and then show you some cards that are fairly simple and easy to do. Hello, Pam. Hello, Marie. Thank you for both for tuning in. And so we are going to get started here. Hi, Nan. Yay, you're here. Glad you're here. Okay, I'm going to focus here and highlight my desktop and just talk to you a little bit about the Designer Series paper sale. These include papers that are in the annual catalog. And last week we talked and worked with, let me find it, the To Market Designer Series paper. And this week we're going to be working with the Lily Pond 6x6 pack of paper. Now, just going to be honest with you, when I first saw this paper, I thought, I don't know about that. But the colors in it are great. And the more I've worked with it, I just think it's adorable. And so we're going to be using that. In the annual catalog, it's on page 45. There is a coordinating bundle that goes with it. I didn't get that. I'm just going to use the paper and some sentiments from another stamp set. And I'll talk to you a little bit about that when we get to it. So if you have any questions at any time, just pop them in the comments and I will go back later and answer your questions. Love to get your input as you're watching. So let's get going. Okay, our first card, we're going to go ahead and get our base ready. So I have some balmy blue at 5.5 by 8.5 inches. Okay. Hey, Karen. And so we're going to fold that in half. I'm going to go ahead and get my trimmer in here. And we're going to fold that in half at 5.5. And this is going to be a landscape card. So kind of like the tent card, you know, where the 5.5 inch side is going to be the top of the card, the tent fold. Okay, so I'm giving that a good burnish with my bone folder. Now, I wanted to have another layer here without adding another color. So what I decided to do is go in with another piece of balmy blue, cut 5 1/4 by 4, and then I'm going to score it at every 1/4 inch on this 4-inch side at the top. So to do that, I always find it much easier to use my Simply Scored scoring tool. So I'm going to pull this in, try not to hit my camera. So how's everybody doing today? We've got some beautiful weather here in Southwest Missouri. Love it. Okay, so I've got my scoring tool. I've got the little ball tip that's the smaller end because I am scoring the thicker cardstock. And I'm going to score it every 1/4 inch. And you want to be sure you have the corner butted up right up in there, the corner of the cardstock up here, and the side of it flush against the edge of the Simply Scored scoring tool. Oh, it's raining, huh? Oh, is it bad, Nan? Hope it clears up for you soon. Okay, let's go ahead and do this scoring. So every 1/4 inch, and I'm just pulling it straight down. So you can see by using the Simply Scored scoring tool, it's much easier to do these repetitious scores than to have it in your trimmer, which would also work, but you would be sliding your paper over every time. So I use the heck out of this thing. All right. So there I have my scores every 1/4 of an inch. So where I put my stylus and scored there, it made an indentation in the design in the cardstock. That's the debossed side, so to speak. This side where it's coming out is the embossed, or that's how I differentiate it anyway. Oops, sorry about that. And so we're going to use that. So we have a pattern here, and it adds some texture, but yet doesn't add color because our designer paper has several colors in it. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Linda. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so before I put this layer on, I'm going to go ahead and add some ribbon. And I chose this peach pie, which is one of our end colors, and it is also in that designer paper. So I'm just going to tie it around about the center, okay? And I want to tie my knot. It's not going to be a bow. We're just going to do a knot. I'm going to do it over here toward the right side, okay? All right. Because of how I'm going to place the pattern paper, I need my knot as far to the right as I can get it. So I'm just going to cross the two ends and pull that one under. Then I have the two tails going top to bottom. Make a loop here in the top one. Bring the bottom tail over and go beneath that loop. And that usually gives you a pretty nice little knot there. Okay, so I've got it there. I'm going to go ahead and put that knot all the way over to that right, okay? Now, we don't need these tails this long. I'm going to flip this a little bit. And it's going to kind of be sitting like that. And I'm going to go ahead and trim these tails at an angle. Don't want them too long. Okay, so that's ready. Let's go ahead and put that on our card base. So that's ready to go because we're just going to be building up from here. Now to make it like stand out even more, I'm going to use our Stampin' Dimensionals and be pretty generous with them. Kathy, I saw where Henley started her school today. I think that was today's post I was looking at. All these little back to school kids. I think they're all seem to be pretty anxious to go. Oh, all right. Here we go. All right, let me take these papers off and then we're going to put it on the card base. So a lot of times when you're looking for, I say a lot of times, sometimes when you're looking for an extra layer to just add that little oomph to your card, you know, think about cutting a layer of the same color as your base and then doing something to that layer like I did here, just did the embossing with the scoring. Okay, meet the teacher. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Yeah, I see Hudson started. That's great. Okay, so now we've got that on and we're going to start working with our designer paper. So I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to show you the sheet that we're working with. And I've got all my little notes here. So I'm using this sheet. They have so many with the little ducks on them that are super cute. And I have my steps marked here. So when I post this on my blog, and I'm hoping that it'll be up there tomorrow, I'm going to have this diagram where you can see. So I'm going to pull in a cut piece already. So all of this makes a little bit more sense to you. It's kind of like putting a puzzle back together here. Okay. So what we're going to do first is we're going to cut 1 inch off the bottom. Okay, so these little lily pads are coming off. We're going to use that though. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep my directions over here. Let's get that one out of the way. Next, we're going to cut off at 2.5 inches off the right side. So I'm going to flip that where I can cut that. I'm going to cut this piece so you can see it in action. You're going to cut it 2.5 from the right, and then you're going to cut 1 inch off the top. So that's going to leave this little piece. Okay. All right. Then that's going to be cut off. That's going to be cut off. We're going to cut down 2 7/8 inch off the top left. Okay. And then we're going to use this piece to fussy cut the little ducks out. All right. So let's do that. I'm going to save this and I'll do another card with it. Move it over here to the side. And you can use just about every bit of this piece of designer paper. Okay. Let me get my little directions there. Okay, so now we're going to cut 1 inch off the bottom. Let me get my trimmer. So on this, when you're cutting and you're, and your pattern has a direction, you definitely want to get your top and bottom, what I'm talking about. I can't just say cut 1 inch off of one end, because cutting here won't give you this same look, right? So we have right here at 1 inch off the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to save that piece. And I'm just going to put it to the side. Next, number 2, we're going to cut 2 inches off the right. So I want it to come off of this side, the right side. So I'm going to flip it and cut it at 2.5 inches. Okay, I'm going to move that out of the way for now. Then we're going to cut 1 inch off the top of this. So we've got the definite top is right there, right? So let's cut 1 inch off the top. Bam. And we'll set that aside. And this aside. Okay. Then we have this baby. So we want to cut 2 7/8 off the top left. Hey, Aunt Vicki, how are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Okay, we're going to cut 2 7/8 off the top left. Lisa. Oh, see, I almost did it wrong. 2 7/8. So I want to cut down at 2 7/8 off the top left. 2 7/8. Okay. Because what we want to leave here are the little ducks, and we want this piece. Okay. So we got that, and then we have this. Okay. So now let me show you what we're going to use. Here are all my pieces. Okay. This goes like this. This piece is going to be in the center. Okay. We're going to use it just like that. This is going to be on the inside of the card, so I'm going to set that aside. We're going to fussy cut these ducks. This piece, I'm going to flip over like that, and it's going to go behind this. So let me show you how it's going to sit on here, and this is why the knot had to go over here to the right. This is going to go just like that. So you want to try to center this and have about the same amount on each side to the edge. And then this is going to go here. So what I'm going to do is going to make it I don't know if this is the easier way or not. I'm going to go ahead and take this piece, and I'm judging it as it is. I see more on this side than this side. So I'm going to slide it a little over there. Let's see. I think the whole thing can go over. So let's go ahead and put this bottom piece on first. And I just glued that on. So let me get my liquid glue. Thank you, Nan. It's really cute with these ducks. I'm telling you, when I saw You know, when I first saw it, I thought, that's not for me. And then you start seeing what's being made with it, and the color combo is just so pretty. Okay, so I'm trying to go equidistant from top to bottom, equidistant from side to side. It's okay if this flaps over a little bit there. Okay, your little tails, don't cut them anymore. All right, so I'm looking at that. I have liquid glue, so I have a little wiggle room to make our quick quack cards. Okay, so now we have that. Now here's this piece. This is our, our scene, and we're going to glue that in the middle. So I want to just kind of look at it. Yeah, that's going to work. And then we're going to put our glue and place it down over that peach pie floral print. Hey, Steffi, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. I saw your, Steffi's my friend from Germany. And I saw your little house that you made, like a little gingerbread house. It was so cute. So cute. All right. Okay, so I have that now. So now we've got to get to working with our ducks. So let's cut these babies out. So here's our directions. Here are our directions here. I'll have them typed up, and you'll have that little picture with the spacing. Okay, what do I do with my scissors? Here they are in the scissor department. You're welcome. Hi, Frank. Tell Frank hello for me. All right. Let's see. I'm just going to cut around these little ducks. Doesn't have to be super exact, okay? But it's easier if you move your paper than your scissors, and just go down with the blade around the figure. All right. Then we're going to give ourselves some grace here and cut off some of that excess. So we're going to cut this little duck. Just moving the paper and cutting around the duck. All right, there's two. Those are tiny, so don't lose them. Okay, now let's go around the big duck. And I'm not cutting right on the edge of the image, kind of like we did last week with the to market flowers and the vegetables. So if you missed that, you can go back and watch it. It's on Facebook. It's also on YouTube. And that to market paper makes some adorable cards. And I don't have that bundle either. I just don't want y'all to miss out on this paper sale with the great deals on the paper when you can do so much with our paper. Okay, get that out of the way and finish cutting around his little tail feathers. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is put the little ducks in the scene. And so we've got the pond down here, so we're just going to put some dimensionals on these babies. I think I want to put the mama in first. And it's okay if she goes over the lily pad a little bit. I might want to cut one of these. Let's see. So you can get like different sizes on your dimensionals cutting around this border edge. I think this one was a sheet from a paper pumpkin or a kit, because it's not a regular size sheet of dimensionals. Okay, there we go. So this is going to make it really stand out. And if you wanted to, you could sponge around the edges, but I decided to just leave it be this time. Here we go. Now let's get these little guys. We're going to need some small dimensionals. And I think one fits on the back just right. So, you know, I don't have the stamp set that goes with these ducks. So I had to look for some sentiments that would go well with the whole theme of the card, the scene here with the ducks, the cute ducks, not realistic ducks. Oh, thank you. I knew it was late. Thank you, Steffi. I sure will tell him. Okay. And for Frank too, our best. All right. Okay. There we go. So now we have that. Let's get our sentiments. So back to the sentiments. I needed something that wasn't too dainty and scripty. I needed something fun or whimsical or a little bolder than some of my sentiment stamp sets. So I looked through everything, y'all, and I decided to go with this Hello There, Let's Catch Up. This is from Latte Love. It is in the online exclusives in the online store. So Stampin' Up! Has quite a few products online that are not in any catalog. This is one of them, and it's one of my favorites. I did a whole Facebook Live on it and lots of cards. So one of my favorites, and I'll be using it too coming up. So I decided to use Hello There and this 1-inch piece. Okay, that's what we're going to use for the sentiment. Now, I used cardstock on my original one because I couldn't find the piece I had cut off. And here it was on my desk, of course. All right, so let me get my stamp is already mounted. I have my Versamark ink. I'm going to get my pad, put it underneath here. Okay, so I have another quick card I'm going to make here in a minute. And then I'm going to show you a stack of cards that are made with this paper. So I'm going to center this Hello There, stamp it in Versamark. Then I'm going to get my white embossing powder. Okay, let's flick that on. Okay, again, this is that 1-inch piece that we cut off that top. We're using just about every bit of that piece, 6x6 piece. So I'm going to let my heat tool heat up a bit. Hold it like this. So you can tell it's melting when it gets a bright white and it gets kind of flossy, but you can definitely tell. Okay. Okay, that didn't take long. Get that out of the way. And then I'm going to look at this and see if I want to trim it down some more. But I think I like it. I think I like it just like that. Okay, so I'm going to do it like here. I'm going to put it on like that. And I decided, you know, you can use dimensionals, but I decided not to on this one. You know, my friend Steffi that's in Germany, that said she's in bed now because it's late over there. That's what's so awesome about Stampin' Up! Is that I have friends from all over the world. So nice. Okay. Okay, so let's do the inside real quick. Didn't want to keep you as long today. So, 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. And then this is going to go across like that. I'm just going to go ahead and put glue. I'm not going to put a sentiment on the inside, so I can, when I use the card, I can make it say whatever I want. It could be a birthday card, really. I could say, hello there, let's catch up. You know, it's your birthday, or hello, let's meet for coffee, or come over to my house and we'll play some games and watch a movie. Okay, trimmed off the edge there. And now I'm just going to add some glue to put on the inside. Okay, come on, Lisa. Okay. Thank you, Pam. Okay, there is that card. Oh, I have some little gems. I'm going to put some of these little peach gems. And then we'll be ready to start our second card. These are little resin dots. And there we go for our first card. So you see how I could, just when you strategically cut the designer paper, you can make it do all kinds of things. Thanks, Debbie. Okay, and here was the original one. Pretty much the same, yeah. The only thing different is this is embossed on balmy blue cardstock. Okay, let's get with our next project. So this one, I'm using some ducks again, and I decided to use the It's Your Birthday from Kiddin' Around. Okay, this is in the annual catalog. It carried over. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so let me get that out. I've already done some of the fussy cutting, so it won't take so long. Okay, so we're going to start with, get all my little things here. Okay, a 4 1/4 by 11 granny apple green. Thanks, Susan. Thanks, Nan. Okay, score it at 5 1/2 and give it a good burnish. Okay, then I love this pattern, y'all, with the cattails. Isn't that what they're called? Cattails. 4 by 5 1/4, and then I'm using some Pretty Peacock because that's part of what's in here. See, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So let me go ahead and put that. This is a simple, a quick quack card. Let's go ahead and put this on. And then we can go ahead and put this over the top of that. Look how pretty those colors look together. I love it. I love it. Okay. Okay, so we just have a scant 1/8 or 1/16 inch border around the edge there. Okay, isn't that pretty? Okay, so now I need 2 more pieces of that same cardstock. 2 3/8 by 2 3/8 in Granny Apple Green, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 in Pretty Peacock. And those are just squares I cut with my paper trimmer. Thank you, Nan. Okay, and I'm going to glue that over top. And I decided to use this as the background for my little ducks this time. Now, I'm going to go through a little bit of my thought process that I went through when I was creating this card. So first I put it right here, and that would be okay. Okay. I mean, I played around with it. I even had all the duck and everything here, but you're going to see where we end up with it here in just a minute. Okay. I didn't leave it right there. It just kind of got lost and it broke up the pattern of the background designer paper. Okay. So now I have this pattern here, and I'm going to cut out this duck. I've already cut out some cattails. Let me show you. See how it went around the little, okay? And then this little piece of grass in case I needed that. But now I'm going to cut out this duck right here. I love how they have a pink, pretty and pink beaks and feet. I think it's cute. All right, here we go. Let's see what time. I hope we're doing good on time today. I still have a stack of cards to show you too, so don't leave it yet. And thank you if you share this video with your friends that you think might enjoy it. That's very much appreciated. So thank you for those of you that do that. Okay, I'm going around the little mallard head, the granny apple green mallard head. So cute. And I thought, you know, Lisa, these ducks would be cute. I mean, it's just a fun little image to get, you know, on a card. And I thought, you need to start cutting out those ducks and using them. So, by golly, here we go. Thank you, Patty. Okay, let's see. All right, go around that other little pretty and pink foot. So now, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to glue it on there yet. I'm going to do this. And it doesn't have to stay within the confines of the square, okay? I think I'm going to put another piece of this down here, just to give it a little more. And this guy, it's going to go right there, kind of behind some of the cattails, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down first, and I'm not going to glue behind these left little cattails, okay? I'm just going to do mainly on this side. Okay, then I think I am going to use this. Might go over it just a little bit. That's okay. Yeah. Then this guy. Yeah. Okay, let's put him down. I'm just going to glue him down a little bit. Okay. So now I did that. I thought, okay, that's cute. But then I started moving it around. And then I ended up with it down here. So do you see how it doesn't break up this pattern? Because this really is pretty, those colors and the actual pattern. And so I decided to go with it in the lower right. And I know I have some space there, but we're going to take care of that. I'm going to go ahead and put this down. So don't be you know, hesitant to reposition like a main image on your card front, because sometimes, depending on what's going on in the background, uh, drawing your eye to a certain corner is a good thing. Okay, so now I have this scrap of Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to take that. Did I do You Were Amazing? No, I want It's Your Birthday. I hope I have that. Yep, I do. I mounted the wrong stamp. Again, this is from the Kiddin' Around stamp set. Had a fun font and not scripty, and just went well with the ducks. You know what I mean? Okay, using Pretty Peacock over and this is going to be cut out, so I don't have to worry about it being so straight. So let's get this going really quick. Go straight across under the birthday, and then kind of curve around the edges. Okay. So now this is going right here. You see how it does so well in that little space? But we're going to use dimensionals. Pop it up. There we go. And then I'm going to use some of these, I think these are called dappled dots. Yeah. Adhesive back dappled dots. I hit my white. So let's see, I'm going to go, this one's going to be different than my sample. And then another little one up here. You can put them wherever you'd like. I didn't think they would really show up there. Okay, so let's get our inside. Another 4 by 5 1/4 piece. And this got cut off the bottom here when I was trimming it down to 4 by 5 1/4. Yeah, and this is just going to go down here. So what do y'all think about this paper? If you didn't like it, have I changed your mind? Wait till you see some of the other cards, because you don't have to use the ducks. Okay? I just, yeah, I like it. Okay, let's go ahead and put this baby in here. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Yeah. It's cute. I love the colors. And the designs are pretty. They're so versatile. You know, you've got the cutesy ducks, and then you even have some fish, which those aren't my favorite. I just have to be honest about it. But if you don't like one side of the paper, the other side is going to do for you. Okay? All right. There are our cards. And hang on. You want to see these other ones, because just some more ideas. Oh, thanks. Good, Pam. Yeah, birds. Fish and birds work too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so 2 fun cards, 2 quick quack cards. Okay, let me get my other ones. I'm going to show you. Let me just put these up here. So the first few were made by one of my team members, Lynn Chapman. So here's one. Thank you, Karen. And it's just, I've done another card like this before, where you just split the scene up, and then she's got some peach behind it. Isn't that pretty? Okay. And then here's another one she did. And this is what I'm talking about with these backgrounds and not having to use the ducks. Look at this one with the hello. Isn't that pretty? She's got the peach back here in the background. We've had that peacock ribbon with the postage stamp dies for that hose. Thank you, Kathy. Okay. Let's see. The inside she used a strip there. Let's see what's on this strip. And look, see, she had this strip. It didn't go all the way across. It's okay. It's okay. Use it. Okay. All right. And then here's another technique that I'm going to have to show y'all. I like to keep my cards in these clear cellophane envelopes. It keeps them from getting dirty, clean. Look at this one. This one was done by Lynn too. It's that little pinwheel technique. It's super easy to do. It's just little squares of the patterns of designer paper. You use 2 of each pattern. You see that? Cute, huh? Cute, cute. And it's a Lily Pond Lane paper. Okay, these 2 are some I made that I used it with, let me think, Your Beautiful stamp set that has this Trust in the Lord Proverbs verse on it. This pink, pretty in pink gingham is awesome. And then I have the little lilies. I love this print too, with just a strip of it going across. Just cut rectangles in the ribbon. Okay. Lily Pond Lane paper, y'all. Lily Pond Lane. Okay, and here is another one. With, let me get my, this one uses that other lily paper. I use those Radiating Stitches dies aren't available anymore, but that's what I used on here with that same verse. But I die cut the back and just cut a rectangle to fit in the front. Okay. And here's one with the fish. I forget, one of my team made this. I think it was Cindy. I'm not sure. With the fish, it's one of the fun folds with Happy Birthday. Look, it has the little frog in it from the set. That cute, that Z fold, how it shows off the designer paper. Super cute. Okay, and then this one is one I made, and after I made it, I thought, I wish I would have used peacock in the background. To me, it's too much pink. That's just me. But I just cut a center of one of the scenes from that paper, and then I pull the peacock color there, and those are just 2 strips, okay? And I use You're Amazing from Just Kidding, or Kidding Around. What's the name of that? Kidding Around. And then these 2 are much alike, but I had these strips left over. They were like 1.5-inch strips or so. I just layered them and then used, this is from Layering Leaves and the Stylish Shapes dies. Tied some ribbon around it, and ta-da, card. And here's another one, much like it. I had some strips left over, and I added some peacock cardstock behind that. So you'll probably be seeing these on my blog and something in the future, but I wanted to just show you, there's so much you can do with the paper, right? So much. Okay, let me stack these up. So thank you so much for being with me today. If you're here live, thank you so much, and thank you for commenting. And if you are watching the replay, appreciate you being here. You can still comment or post your questions if you have any. Okay, thank you so much. Let me see if I can get myself in here. So, okay, so next week, I think what I'm going to do for my live is I may go over and show different cards with a lot of the papers that are on sale, because we'll be getting toward the end of the month, if you can believe that. Thank you, Karen. Um, and I don't want you to miss out because there was only one paper that I saw yesterday. I didn't check today that was in low inventory. That means it might sell out. And that was the country woods, the ones that look like wood planks. So thanks, Dan and Pam. Um, so, um, some great cards here, to great papers here to make some fun cards. And so be sure you take advantage of that. And if I can help you, let me know. Okay. All right. Thanks. Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, if you'll give it a thumbs up, I appreciate it. Be sure you subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you again soon. This is Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations, inspiring you to create, share, and make a difference. Take care. Bye bye.